Thank you, Lasker Herlock. Can I welcome at the outset Minister Brophy to the House and indeed thank him for his in-depth elucidation of the legislation. Albeit technical, it's a critically important legislation. I suppose I'll make a few points specific to the legislation and then obviously in a general points as a stage two, a second stage debate. The purpose of the bill is to consolidate in one standalone enactment the state's maritime jurisdiction law and to update it to reflect developments in international law since it was first introduced in 1959. The current law is set out mainly in Part 3 of the 2006 Sea Fisheries and Maritime Jurisdiction Act, which with important provisions also in the 1968 Continental Shelf Act. Maritime jurisdiction law establishes the state's different maritime zones and provides a legal basis for delineating their limits and boundaries. The state has different rights and obligations in each of these zones and may regulate human activities in each zone only to the extent permitted by international law. It's happening. Firstly, the bill will update the state's maritime jurisdiction law to reflect developments in international law and practice, as well as relevant developments in Irish law. Secondly, a standalone Maritime Jurisdiction Act, which is not primarily concerned with one particular activity at sea, such as fisheries or oil and gas exploration, will make the law in this area more accessible. The bill will also supplement the forthcoming Maritime Area Planning Bill, which will establish a new marine planning system and together with the recently adopted National Marine Planning Framework is part of a series of measures which will regulate development at sea while ensuring enhanced protection of the marine environment. I must say that our territorial waters and what's beneath our seabed beneath our territorial waters is of critical importance to this country and is a very central part of our jurisdiction, our economic potential, etc. Ireland is, to look at a few of these, Ireland's ideally located to benefit from our natural marine renewable energy resources generated in the Atlantic Ocean. Ireland possesses one of the richest wave and tidal energy climates in the world. The wave energy resources potentially available to Ireland could meet 75% of the Republic's electricity. Wave energy or wave power is the transport and capture of energy by ocean surface waves. The energy captured is then used for all different kinds of useful work, including electricity generation, water desalination, and pumping of water. Wave energy is also desalination. Wave energy is also a type of renewable energy and is the largest estimated global resource form of ocean energy. And we have huge potential in wave energy. And if I could exhort you, Minister, while we're here to discuss technical legislation, to bring away from this House the view that we should grasp the opportunities presented with wave energy as a priority. The fishing industry in Ireland represents an important economic activity generating national income and providing local employment. The industry contributes approximately 700 million a year to the national income and provides 11,000 jobs. The main areas in Ireland's fishing industry include commercial fishing, processing, marketing and fish farming. And Bord Iascaigh Mhara is Ireland's national body, etc. So as the high demand for fish and fish products has put considerable strain on the world's fish supply, it's very important that we consolidate not only our fishing zones or areas, but that we support and keep our fishing industry working to its maximum potential. It's of huge economic value, as I mentioned, to the country, and we do need to maintain that. I think we have huge, Minister, maritime riches in this country, both in terms of geothermal energy, wave energy, potential to decarbonise, potential to meet our commitments and create green energy, meet our commitments in that sphere. We have huge resources in our fishing sector there, and I think for that reason those are important sectors to encourage, but it also gives the legislation a great importance that we not only demarcate and consolidate and delineate our territories, our seabed, our resources there, but that we enshrine it in legislation and that we defend it internationally, and that we consolidate past pieces of legislation to bring an omnibus bill that consolidates all existing legislation and ensures that this particular important resource, vital resource to our economy and our country, is within our grasp and within our potential for use and activation at all times. And that neatly takes me to 6 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very